You ever wonder what happens to your Social Security benefit when you die? Well, if you have, stay tuned for this FERS Federal Fact Check. Hi, I'm Micah Shilanski with Plan Your Federal Retirement. Today we have a really good question coming in from Joe. Joe says, I have a question regarding Social Security. I will have the higher benefit and plan on not collecting Social Security until at least my FRA, full retirement age, which for him is 67. My question is, if I would die before I start receiving Social Security, how is my wife's survivor benefit, i.e. my benefit, affected? Joe, that is an excellent question. So a couple things come into play, right? Number one, when you say your benefit, are you talking about your Social Security benefit or are you going to be talking about your FERS benefit? Not 100% sure. So let's answer both of those questions. Let's take your FERS benefit first, right? For your FERS benefit, really depends on what your survivor benefit election was. You have three options on that retirement application: a full survivor benefit, which is half; a reduced survivor benefit, which is 25%, or no survivor benefit, which is disinheriting your spouse, which is 0. So that one's going to be pretty simple. It's whatever you selected on that retirement application. The more fun question, the one I think you're really going for, is for your Social Security benefit. What is affected with that? So let's just put some numbers on it. Let's say your FRA, full retirement benefit, was going to be $3,000 a month at 67. And let's say your wife's benefit was going to be $1,000. Just going to make my example really easy right here. So you're choosing to delay your benefit, which is fantastic. God forbid if you pass away at any point in time, your spouse gets to choose the higher of their benefit or your benefit, whichever is higher. They do not get both. They get whichever is higher. So in this case, your wife would be eligible for all of your benefit, which is at $3,000 a month. A lot of times what we'll look at with spouses that have a discrepancy in their Social Security benefits, one is dramatically higher, we might start that younger spouse a little sooner drawing their Social Security and then waiting until the spouse has more income and for them to delay till 67. Maybe we wait till 70 where it's going to be over $4,000 a month, probably Joe in your case, before we turn on that benefit. Again, that's a great survivor benefit tool because Joe, when you pass away, your spouse gets the higher of their benefit or your benefit. So they get a pretty big adjustment. Now, there's no lump sum payment that's there. So if you just choose to delay between 62 and 67, and then you pass away in that delayed period, there's no lump sum life benefit going to your spouse, but your spouse then has that option of saying, hey, do I want to claim my benefit or do I want to claim your benefit at that time to get the higher of the two? So the good news is delaying this creates a higher benefit for your spouse. So it's something really important to think about. Social Security planning, I got to say something. I think it's a little bit missed. People are like, hey, I'm going to die, so I want to take it right away. Some people are like, hey, I need to take it when I'm 70. But there's a lot of in-between reasons that we should think about our Social Security planning, especially taxes. How taxes come into play with Social Security is a massive planning strategy that you really need to be thinking about, especially with the O3BA, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, our current tax law that we have, and how the current tax laws affect that. If you haven't done a 10-year tax projection into your retirement to see how do you beat the IRS out of thousands of dollars in taxes, then you might want to pick up the phone and give us a call. This is something we love doing, is working on taxes to help you save more money in the long run. Till next time, happy planning.
The content in Plan Your Federal Retirement is for general informational purposes only and should not be considered individualized advice. Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal, and past performance does not guarantee future results. Guests are not affiliated with CWM LLC Investment Advisory Services offered through CWM LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Plan Your Federal Retirement is not affiliated with the federal government.